Welcome back to Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. The topic of this video is breadth first search. Before tracing the code, I request you to watch this video on a laptop or at least make a full size screen on your mobile phone. If the code is not clearly visible on your mobile phone, then I strongly suggest you to watch this video on your laptop. The app I'm using is Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. This app will help you trace the code line by line. You can revise the concepts before going to an interview or an exam. The app is available in the website robominions.in. Download the latest version here. The app is updated regularly. And if you have Windows OS laptop, download for Windows OS. Now let's start tracing the code. When I click next, you get an arrow here. So this arrow will help in tracing the code. It goes to the exact line which is getting executed. Right now it is pointing at hash include stdir.h. Then we have hash include stdlib.h. If you want to go back, click on back button. Yeah, you can go back. By clicking next, I go back to here stdlib. Then we have hash include q data structure .h header file has been included. It has enq, dq and isQempty function. So this part of the code is explained in the video DSA 38.1 queue implementation using linked list. I suggest you to watch that video if you haven't yet watched and clearly understand how the queue is implemented using linked list. So we are using the same code. Now let's continue back to the main code here. We have a macro hash define v5. So v stands for vertices. We have 5 vertices in the graph. Then we have a void bfs function. We pass the first node from where we have to traverse using the breadth first search. And then we have adjacency matrix for our graph of size v comma v, that is 5 comma 5. So adjacency matrix of size 5 by 5. It's a 2D matrix. So it has 0 comma 1, it has 1. Then we have no link from 1 to any nodes. It's a this adjacency matrix is for a directed graph, unweighted directed graph. So we have 2 comma 1, 2 comma 3, 2 comma 4, and then we have 3 comma 0, have 4 comma 3. Now let's see how the graph is. So you can see 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 there is a 1, from 0 to 1. Then there is a from 2 to 1 and 2 to 3 and 2 to 4 we have 1 1 1. Then we have 3 to 0 1, so from the direction. Then we have 4 to 3. Okay, that's our graph. Then we go to int main. In int main we declare the first node equal to 2. So we traverse from the first node, that is 2. So 2 is the vertex. So bfs of first node, we have first we print the first node. So 2 is first printed. So we have and then we have something, we have declared an array of size of the vertex. So if we have 5 vertices, we have an array of size 5, and each of the value is declared 0. So we mark the node 2 as visited. Visited of 2 equal to 1. So by declaring, by putting the value 1, we make it as visited. So 2 has been visited, and now we enqueue the vertex 2 into the queue. So 2 has been enqueued. Now we check the while loop. While queue is, so queue is queue empty. So is queue empty will return. If it is empty, it returns true. If it is not empty, it returns false. So not of false is true. So it goes inside the while condition. Then we have node data equal to dq. So we dq this data. So node data equal to 2. So from 2 we will traverse to other nodes now. So then we have from 2, so we start from 0. So from 0 vertex, 2 to 0 there is no link. So the if condition will fail because there is 2 comma 0 is 0. So there is no edge between 2 and 0. So and also yeah, and then we have increment j to 1 now. From 2 to 1 we have a edge. So there it is 2 comma 1 is 1. So 1 equal to 1 is true, and node 1, that is vertex 1, is not visited. So visited equal to 0 is true. True and true is true. So we go inside the if condition. We print 1. So 2 is traversed to 1. So from 2 we go to 1. So 1 has been printed. Then we mark the 1 as visited. So 1 has been marked visited, vertex 1. and then we NQ1 to the Q. So NQ1 to the Q, and then we increment the J now to 2. So J has been incremented to 2 now. Then we again check 2 comma 2 now. So node data is 2 and J is 2. So 2 comma 2. So 2 comma 2 by 2 we don't have any edge. So it's a 0. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. J is incremented to 3 now. So 2 comma 3. From 2 to 3 we have a edge, and so it is 1, and 3 node 3 is not yet visited. So even that is true. So it goes inside the if condition. We print 3 now. So node 3 has been printed. Now we mark visited of 3 as 1. So visited of 3 as 1, and then we enqueue the 3 to the queue. So we have enqueued 3 to the queue. Now we increment J to 4 now. So J is incremented to 4. Now we have 2 comma 4. So node data is 2 and 4. So from 2 to 4 we have a edge. So we can go from 2 to 4, and 4 is not yet visited. So we go inside the if condition. We have print 4. So we have traversed to 4 now, and then we mark it as visited. So 4 vertex has been visited, and we enqueue the data to the queue. So 4 node has been enqueued. Then J is incremented to 5 now. So 5 less than 5 is false. Comes out of the for loop. Now we check whether queue is empty. So it is not empty. So not of false is true. So go inside the while now. While loop, we have node data equal to, we dequeue the data. So one is the, so queue is first in first out. So right now 1 is the first one. So we get node data equal to 1. So queue has been dequeued, and then we have again for loop. So from 1 now we visit to other nodes. So let's see, from 1 to 0, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, and 1 to 4. If there is no edge, then it will fail. So from 1 to 0, from 1 to 0 there is no edge, because it's a directed graph, right? There is no directed link between 1 to 0. It's a false. And then we increment J to 1 now. You can see J has been incremented to 1. Then 1 comma 1 is also 0, false. Then J is incremented to 2. 1 comma 2 is 0. J is incremented to 3 now. 1 comma 3 is 0 now. J is incremented to 4 now. 1 comma 4 is 0 now. And J is incremented to 5. 5 less than 5 is false. Comes out of the for loop. Now we again check the while condition. Is Q empty? Q is not empty. So not of false is true. Now we go back to the dequeuing. So node data, we now dequeue 3. So 3 is the, right now we follow the first in first out. So we have 3. So we dequeue, we click next. So we got the node data equal to 3. Now for int, now from 3 we traverse to 0, 1, 2 and 4, and find whether there is a valid edge which can be used to traverse to the neighboring nodes. So we start from 0. So from 3 you can see 3 comma 0. So 3 and 0, there is a valid edge, and we also see that 0 is not yet visited. So not yet visited, the visited array shows it is 0. So adjacency matrix of 3, 0 is equal to 1 is true, and visited of 0 equal to 0 is also true. So true and true is true. It goes inside the if condition. We print 0. So from 3 we have visited the node 0, and it has been printed, and it is marked visited. So visited of 0 equal to 1, and then we enqueue 0. So we have enqueued the 0. Then end of the for loop iteration, we increment J to 1 now. So J has been incremented to 1. We now go inside the for loop. We have a if condition now, 3 comma 1. So 3 comma 1 is 0. So there is no edge between 3 and 1. So 3 comma 1 is 0, and 1 is already visited. So it is a false condition. And then we have J incremented to 2 now. So it will be 3 comma 2. So 3 comma 2 is also, there is no edge from 3 to 2. There is no edge. There is an edge from 2 to 3, but you can see the arrow direction, right? It is from 2 to 3. There is nothing from 3 to 2. So here it is 0. 3 comma 2 is 0, and 2 is also visited. So visited equal to 0 is false. So false and false is false. Now j is incremented to 3 now. 3 comma 3. There is no edge from 3 to 3. That is also 0. J is incremented to 4. 3 comma 4. From 3 to 4 there is no edge. So that is false. So j is incremented to 5 now. So there is no vertex 5. So end of the for loop, comes out of the for loop. Now we check again whether q is empty. No, it is not. So not of false is true. So node data, now we dequeue 4. So we go to the fourth node now. So for again we start from 4 to 0, 4 to 1, 4 to 2, 4 to 3. Check whether there are valid edges, and if the nodes are traversed or not, or visited or not. So from 0 we start. So 4 comma 0 is you can see here 4 comma 0 is 0. So if condition fails, because there is no valid edge between 4 and 0, right? So that is why. And then we have 4 comma 1. There is no valid edge between 4 and 1. So even this if condition fails, j is incremented to 2 now. 4 comma 2. So 4 comma 2, there is no valid edge. So there is no direction. From 2 to 4 we have, but nothing from 4 to 2. And 2 is already visited. So that is also there. And then we have j is incremented to 3 now. 4 to 3 we have a valid edge. So 4 to 3 we have a valid edge, but we see that 3 is already visited. So 1 equal to 0 is false. So 3 is already visited. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. It fails. Now j is incremented to 4 now. Now we check if 4 comma 4. So 4. So there is no edge from 4 to 4. So it fails. And 4 is already visited. Now j is incremented to 5. Comes out of the for loop. Now again we check the q. Is q empty? The q is not empty yet. So not of q empty is true. It extracts the dequeues the 0 now, last element from the queue. So node data equal to 0. Now we have for int j equal to 0, j less than 5. So we from 0 now we visit to other, try to visit other nodes. If there are any valid edges, we check. From 0 to 0 we have, from 0 to 0 we have nothing. So 0 to 0 is false. There is no edge from 0 to 0, and 0 is already visited. So then we have j incremented to 1 now. So 0 to 1, now see, you can see 0 to 1 we have a valid edge. So 0 to 1 is valid edge, but 1 is already visited. So 1 equal to 0 is false. So it doesn't go from 0 to 1. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. Comes out again. Now j is incremented to 2 now. Now 0 comma 2. So 0 comma 2 we don't have any valid edge. So it fails. J is incremented to 3 now. 0 comma 3 we don't have any directed edge from 0 to 3. But we have from 3 to 0. This is a directed and unweighted graph, right? So we don't have any from 3 to 0 we have, but nothing from 0 to 3. J is incremented to 4 now. Then we have so 0 to 4 we have no edge, so it is 0, so it fails. Now j is incremented to 5, and then finally we check whether the queue is empty. So finally we have checked q is empty. Yes. So it sends true. Not of true is false. Comes out of the while condition. Comes out of the BFS function. And then we return 0 from the main function. And the time complexity of this algorithm is order of v square. So that is the time complexity. The code is available in the app Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. By just clicking code button, you get access to the code. To trace the code line by line and to clearly revise the concept, you can click back and next button and control the code. So in the app Robominions.in AI interview preparation app, you can download the app from, visit the website Robominions.in, download latest version of the app by clicking here, download latest. And if you have Windows OS laptop, download for Windows OS. So that's it. Thank you guys. See you in next video. Signing up, Dhananjai Sharma,
founder of Robominions.in. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, share with your friends and family. Visit Robominions.in website, crack your toughest coding questions and tech interviews by downloading latest version of the app, and make your coding easy. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.